Premier League action returns this weekend for Game Week 4. But before we look ahead, let's cast our minds back to before the international break, where a score of 87 points on the wildcard earned a rise up to 59,000. There was yet more frustration between the sticks as Mark Flecken lost his clean sheet to a 95th minute consolation goal in Brentford's 3-1 win over Southampton. Similarly, Aston Villa were unable to hold on to a 2-0 lead at Leicester, where Buonanotte's second half strike wiped Ezri Konsa's clean sheet points. It was Mohamed Salah's 17-point haul that ultimately turned the wildcard into a success, the Egyptian continuing his streak of double-figure returns to start the season. No player recorded as many as his 5 big chance involvements in Game Week 3, from a total of 3 shots and 3 key passes. Another week, another Erling Haaland hat-trick, as the defending champions brushed West Ham aside at the London Stadium. Unsurprisingly, the Norwegian produced Game Week high tallies of 4 shots on target and 3 big chances. Differential points from Johan Wissa made up for selling Alexander Isak before he scored his first goal of the campaign. The Brentford striker recorded a leading 1.34 expected goal involvements during the round, from 6 shots and 3 key passes. So we move on to the transfer plans for Game Week 4. Fantasy Football Hub's AI recommends jumping on Eberechi Eze, who rewarded his owners last game week with a precise long-range finish to earn a draw at Stamford Bridge. The Crystal Palace talisman has taken 15 shots this season, only bettered by Antoine Semenyo. The Hub algorithm predicts Eze to score 7.2 points in Game Week 4, with only Salah and Haaland tipped to score more. You can get personalised AI transfers for your FPL team via the link in the description. But as much as I'd like to bring Eze in, I'm not ready to give up on Diogo Jota just yet, with Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth coming to Anfield in the next 2 game weeks. It will be interesting to see how Arne Slot approaches this period, with Liverpool's opening Champions League match taking place in between those 2 home matches. Ultimately, having only just played the wildcard, my focus is now on trying to save up some transfers to stay ahead of the curve. So I'm planning to take the Hub AI's alternative suggestion of banking my free transfer, and here's how the team is set to line up. Brentford have promising fixtures from Game Week 6, but before that they face a couple of tough away matches, where Mark Flecken's best opportunity for points will likely come from making saves. Man City have averaged 6 shots on target per game this season, behind only Spurs and Nottingham Forest. Alexander-Arnold continues to lead defenders with tallies of 7 key passes and 3 big chances created. Liverpool's defence is yet to be breached this season, and they've conceded a league-low 2.2 expected goals. Ezri Konsa faces an Everton side with 3 defeats on the bounce after throwing away a 2-0 lead last game week. Only Southampton have scored fewer goals across the opening 3 matches. Registering back-to-back assists, Anthony Robinson has carved out 2 big chances this season, trailing only Alexander-Arnold among defenders. Just 4 teams have allowed fewer expected goals than Fulham so far. Cole Palmer's withdrawal from the England squad was reportedly due to muscle fatigue rather than an injury, so it's unlikely to be something that keeps him out against Bournemouth on Saturday. The Chelsea talisman has fashioned a joint leading tally of 4 big chances this season, level with Salah and Mbeumo. Overshadowed by Luis Diaz last game week, Diogo Jota ranks among the top 4 midfielders for expected goals this season, but has missed the target with 7 of his 8 shots. The Reds have fashioned a league-high 16 big chances, 5 more than any other side. Having found the net in his first home outing for Fulham, Emile Smith-Rowe faces a West Ham side that have conceded the 2nd most expected goals this season, behind Ipswich. Just 3 teams have given up more big chances, and only Newcastle have faced more shots. Morgan Rogers has seen his 2 big chances created in the last 2 game weeks go to waste, with Ollie Watkins failing to convert. No side has shipped as many goals as Everton this season, with 10. Their total of 13 big chances conceded is the joint highest so far, on par with Ipswich and Southampton. It was a little frustrating to miss out on João Pedro's points last game week, but he has at least given me a double price rise. Finding the net in consecutive matches, the Brazilian takes on an Ipswich side that have conceded the most expected goals this season. They've shipped 7 goals, with only Wolves and Everton faring worse. The 2 big hitters go head-to-head for captaincy, each with favourable home fixtures. Mo Salah has matched Haaland for points so far, supplying 6 goal involvements to the Norwegian's 7. But Nottingham Forest rank 3rd best for expected goals conceded, with only Man City and Liverpool faring better. On the other hand, just 4 teams have allowed more expected goals than Brentford, and the Bees have faced more than double the amount of shots on target as Nuno Espirito Santo's side. so it's hard to move the armband away from Erling Haaland. This team has a 91% rating via Fantasy Football Hub. You can get your team rated by AI for free via the link in the description. And I'd also recommend taking advantage of their 50% off discount before the offer runs out. Click the link in the description and sign up today. All the data included in this video is available on the Hub Opta Stats tool.